following audio transmission was received from an unknown radio source within the northeastern region of the continental United States. The radio signal has been deciphered from a secret broadcasting facility and is now being transmitted to your listening device. This is the Nostalgia Cafe.
And welcome back to the greatest memories of your childhood, the Nostalgia Cafe. We're so glad you found us. I am Dan Morrow.
I am the next contestant on The Price is Right, Sam Seitels. I've been waiting all day to say that.
We bet you have.
All right. With us, of course, is the beautiful Karen Lynn.
Hello.
And we're here. We are your guides on the journey of your lifetime. But first things first, like, subscribe. I don't know if there's any graphics. I don't know if I'm going to put any graphics. If they don't know what to do by now,
Figure it out.
Yeah,
Figure it out, people.
I
You
can't.
need to ask someone.
Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course right here on YouTube. Well, what do we have for tonight? Oh, first of all, the last show we did, that was Lauren Marie Taylor.
Yes.
Fantastic.
She's become quite the follower.
Yeah, she
Is that
followed
right?
us. Oh, she followed us on Instagram. She shared our
She likes
stuff.
our posts. Yeah, she's
What's up,
become.
Lauren?
We love you.
She has become quite the follower. One of the coolest things, a fan asked her a question, what it was like to work with Belushi, what it was like to do Friday the 13th, and she said,
She referenced our show.
I just did a show called The Nostalgia Cafe. She hashtagged us,
and said you'll have to listen.
she said, you'll have to listen. Then I replied underneath, we'll have that in about a week or two.
Oh, this is very surreal for me.
Mm-hmm.
Very surreal.
I'm sure it is.
I've been seeing
exciting.
her get killed since I was a little kid, and now she's sharing our posts. Amazing.
Pretty exciting.
We kind of had an idea of what to do tonight. It was going to be something regarding game shows.
We're just going to talk about game shows.
And you wound up doing a little bit of homework.
Sam was very excited.
I don't know
And
how this
He
happened.
took it and ran with it.
You stumbled across a gentleman by the name of Ted Slauson, who I'd never heard of him. Karen never heard of him.
No.
But we found a documentary about him. I wish I could think of the name of the
It
documentary.
was The Perfect Bid.
Perfect Bid.
It's on
Bid.
Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you
Or
can check it
YouTube.
out.
Yeah, we saw it
We
on
saw
YouTube.
it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we pulled it up, watched it on the television, and we're just floored by this guy. And here it
Amazing.
is. We're going to be talking to him tonight.
I would call him, and I'll tell him when he calls, the greatest Price is Right contestant of all time.
My
think so.
goodness, yes.
Yeah.
Like dedicated.
Dedication, and you know what I really like about him? All those times he helped people. I mean, I don't
He
want to
didn't
go.
want anything.
He
in
didn't want
return.
anything. He just wanted to make them happy.
Yeah, it was kind of like always the bridesmaid and never the bride. He had all these opportunities. He's been on the show a million times, even helping the people win the final showcase showdown. And he himself never got as far as just spinning the wheel.
He got as far as the wheel.
He got as far as the wheel.
But just the fact
Yeah.
that he got on there, and that's something
Right.
I want to talk about because he utilized visualization like nobody's business.
Yeah.
You know, just putting things out there, visualizing it. This is him.
It's Ted. Is that?
Is that coming through?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Ted Slauson, are you there?
No, this is coming through the thing. Hold on for a second.
Oh, no. Bluetooth is messed up. Okay. Dan's on the phone with him.
Hello.
He looks very confused. Technical difficulties are afoot.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Oh, no. Let's call him. I have
Well,
the phone number for
okay.
Ted Slauson, but
Hold on.
you probably do too right now.
Hold on.
We're calling you back, Ted.
Are you making
You better pick up.
No. Here's what happened. And I knew this was going to happen. I accidentally unplugged my my thing.
What did he unplug?
My earphones. I unplugged my earphones
Oh,
to turn your fan on so you can have some fan.
Oh.
So
We
we're
have
going
It's Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah.
So that they went to Bluetooth.
So it went to Bluetooth. So I'm going to really quick.
Is there any way to reel it back in?
Is that coming through?
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, there
Yay.
he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Ted Slauson, what's up, dude?
We're so sorry about that. Here's what happened. The audio was going into some other little place other than our soundboard, but we have you and you sound loud and clear. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
We're very good.
We're good.
Welcome
We're
to the
excited.
show. My name is Dan. With us is Sam Seitel, and with us my beautiful wife, Holly. This is the beautiful Karen.
Bump.
Let's put that. We'll have to put that in context later for you listeners.
Okay, I had no idea about you until Sam brought up that you would be a guest and to check out this documentary. So me and my wife watched it, and we were floored because, first of all, we're Jeopardy fans, and we're totally blown away by James Holzhauer and his methods of trying to beat the system and beat the game and get ahead of the game. And you, well, Sam, you wanted to explain, what did you think he was? You wanted to call him something. He was the quintessential.
Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, but I find you to be the greatest Price is Right contestant of all time.
Well, see, I don't know if I'd say contestant because, I didn't win all that much when I got on the show.
That's another thing we were talking about. It was like always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You had all these opportunities. You've been on the show a million times, but you did make it to the show. And one of the things that I wanted to bring up was not just you were not just a numbers guy, but you were amazing using visualization. And was that intentional? I know it was intentional for you to memorize these things and quiz yourself, but you were doing the practice of visualization, of just visualizing you're there, seeing what you would do. And was that all intentional?
The visualizing of the kind of the prizes and the prices and everything, that came in much later. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I should have gotten a frog out of my throat before.
No, not at all.
That's
You
okay.
sound superb.
When I wrote that program, which was in around 2003, 2004, I think, and that was in Visual Basic, and it had the pictures of the prizes and the descriptions of the prices. That was the time when I started realizing I was committing stuff to memory without realizing I was committing it to memory. Mm-hmm. And I don't think this made it into the documentary, but I would be practicing, like I'd start practicing a month or so before going to a taping, and I'd be running through the program, and a prize would come up that I know I had seen, and I would just be like, I have no idea what the price is, and I'd type in what I thought was a completely random 4-digit number, and it would come up right.
That's awesome. Hey,
It's like, okay, well, I obviously know that on some level.
Right.
I don't know how I know it,
Right.
but somehow it's getting in there.
So for those of the people out there who haven't seen the documentary, could you quickly explain what it is you did with this computer program to prepare yourself?
Which was mind-blowing to
Mind-blowing.
begin with.
Amazing.
He had a whole program, a computer, sound effects.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
Let him tell it, dude. Ted, can you tell the listeners what you did?
So I basically would do screenshots because I would tape the show every day and watch it at night. I would take screenshots of the prizes and the grocery products and all the stuff and save those on my computer. And then I had all the prizes and descriptions and prices in the picture files in a Access database. And I used that to write the program, which actually, when I went to write it, it didn't actually take very long because there's not much to it. It's basically just like having flashcards, but electronic flashcards. And so it would pull up a random prize from the file, put it on the screen, and I would type in my guess, and it would tell me if I was right or wrong. If I was wrong, it keeps that prize in the mix, and if I was right, it would take it out of the mix. So by the end, I get down to the last one and I'd get it right, and then it would, tell me I won, basically. I got them all right.
Now, one of the things you had to your advantage was the fact that the Price is Right constantly used the same items over and over again.
Yes, but not. I mean, people make it sound like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were the same prizes. I mean, some of that stuff wouldn't repeat for most stuff. most of the prizes probably were on there about once a month. And some of the grocery products, if they were getting paid to have them on the show, they would be on a little more often. But yeah, there was some regularity, and the only thing that would mess me up is if, every year or so, prices would go up, especially on the cars. They'd get a whole new,
The options.
a whole new year's worth of cars in around the October time frame on the show. And so I kind of have to throw out all the old stuff and try to figure out all the new ones. But the regularity and the repeating definitely helps a lot.
Was your goal to just get on the show and win big, and then everything else just kind of started happening where the people who were contestants started to look at you and look to you for the answers? Was that part of the plan too, or did it just kind of happen that way?
Or was it just fun?
My plan was always we're talking when I started, I was doing this with, a very basic computer with a dot matrix printer.
Right.
And it was all
the green and white bar paper.
Right. It was all on paper. And I think there's a bit in there about how my friend Dee still complains. I say it jokingly, but she'll still talk about, I had to quiz you on all those prices.
Right.
And she did. She would have all the papers, and she'd be reading them off, and I'd be giving my guesses.
And for anyone that wants to look, they can actually see your friend give you a double take when your name was actually called up.
Yeah, that was a fun moment. That show is going to be on Pluto. I think they finally gotten into season 12, and that's the very last season of season 12, or last show of season 12. But no, originally my plan was I want to get on the show, and because I have the whole Charlie Brown luck syndrome, I figured I'll get picked last, and I'll be the first bidder, and I want to get on stage and win, so I'm going to make sure I know as many prices as I can. So that's kind of how it started. And then once and it took, I think, 8 tapings until people finally started listening. And at that point, it's like, well, I've done all this work. I know, I shouldn't say I know. I have a very good idea what the price is because I've seen this, 5 times, and it's been $350 or whatever.
Right.
But, so why sit here and just be quiet like I don't know anything? Why not shout out the prices like everyone else?
Like everybody else in the audience.
Right, and if they listen to me and they get it right. Then,
and honestly, the people at home do that too.
Oh, yeah.
My grandparents were big Price is Right people, and they'd be screaming at the TV. So, yeah.
So you ended up helping a lot of people win a lot of money, man. Out of all those people in the documentary, is there one contestant you are most proud of? Like maybe because they were a good person or just the amount that they won. Is there someone that you're like, man, I feel really good that I helped that person?
So in the documentary, you kind of only see the tip of the iceberg, and part of that's just because of the cost of getting the footage.
Right.
But there were a lot of others. Brandon was probably my favorite.
I was going to say
because
he cracked me up. Actually, your portrayal of him cracked me up. Like, I want a computer. Like, I'll give you my email. I don't have a computer.
And he and his brother were, next to my whole group in line, and he was just so. I think they got in line at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and he was already hyper.
Right.
I don't know how he maintained his energy all the way through till 12 hours later, but. And then the fact that he forgot, because my dad had told him and my sister had told him, and
right,
probably a couple other people, you should listen to him because he knows. And he got down there and it's like his mind went blank. And it was just luck of the draw that he turned around when he did. And I, kind of waved at him like, remember me? And he was like, oh, yeah. And then that barbecue that he won, that was one of those that I had seen, but it had like a couple different prices. So it was like, I'm going to give him the lower one just because
right,
he might still have a chance. And then when the bell went off, I'm like, thank God he got it on the nose. And then, the people's faces in the audience, they were like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how did he get that when everyone else did 700? And That was. There's a woman. I think she's in the second row. She's probably one of the friends of people on the people who work on the show. And if you watch her face when he bids 15.54, she shakes her head and goes, "Oh no!" And then when he reads the price, she's like, "Oh my god!" Really surprised that he won. It's like, see, you don't know as much as you think you know. He was my favorite. There were a couple others. There was a guy. It was like halfway between the Theodore show and the show where I got picked. So it was about a year after that Theodore show, and he was there with his grandmother, I think, and he got picked and he got up on stage and he played One Away, and he played for a Celica, and the Toyotas never, I don't know what it was, but the Toyotas never had a different price. They were always the same. And I knew it was $13,143. Well, he made the price $15,000. I forget what he made it, but he only had two numbers right. And so when he went to change them, he changed the fourth number, I think. So now he has like $15,145. And of course, the audience thinks the 15 is right because it's,
right.
Celica. It's got to be expensive. And I'm sitting there going, it's 13. So Bob says, what other number do you want to change? And I don't know why, but he looked right at me. I was in the front row and I held up 5 fingers and I was like, change the 5. And he turns to Bob and he goes, I'll change the 5. And Bob looks at the price and he goes, which 5? And he looks back at me and I'm nodding my head vigorously going, both of them. He kind of giggles and he goes, both of them. And Bob goes to change them and you can hear 300 people behind me going, no. And Bob, he changes the 5s and Bob's like, you can tell he's trying to get through the game so he can get to the commercial. And he's like, okay, show us that first number. And it's a 1. And show us that next number. And it's a 3. And the audience was like, oh, they weren't expecting it at all. So,
amazing.
And he won that. And then he ended up in the showcase. I didn't help him in the showcase, but he won another sports car. I don't remember what it was, but he won like $40,000.
So
that was 1980 or 1991. So
since you're so responsible for the Price is Right losing so much money, how did they treat you? How did Bob treat you when the cameras were off?
So on the Theodore show, he obviously referred to me on air.
Right.
Well, for the listeners, for the listeners and viewers who aren't familiar, the theater show being someone went up there and you shouted before anybody else could. I believe it was 12:50 or something.
Yep.
And you really stood out. Where not only did you get Barker's attention, but you became almost a running gag throughout the show, and he would always refer to you.
Referring to you.
So funny.
Yep.
Which is cool in itself.
Yes.
I mean,
that was really the only time he interacted with me when I was in the audience. Obviously, then the day I got picked, he interacted with me then as well. But the producer, the one who picked the contestants, he would always welcome me back when I was back for another taping, because after that show, they always remembered who I was.
Right.
The other producer, he's actually a Facebook friend of mine, and he's in the documentary, and he surprised us at one of the film festivals. We didn't know he was coming. And so
that was Dokowitz. I can't say his name.
Yeah, Roger Dobkowitz.
Dobkowitz.
But, he's basically said, that's what we wanted. We wanted people to come there and yell out prices. And, show that if you watch the show, you can come down there and win.
Oh.
Right.
So, yeah. I always figured, they're probably going to start telling me, you need to stop coming. But they never did. I mean,
Start yelling out the wrong numbers.
But at the one point, the main rule was once you were on the show, you couldn't be back on until they changed the rule. I guess a decade later.
It was 2007, or it was the end of season 36, which was 2008.
Okay,
so it was 16 years and I had not gone. Obviously, after I got picked, I didn't go, and then my sister wanted to start going. Mm-hmm. So I would go with her because she lived in Southern California at the time. And
by this time,
groups got involved.
By this time, Drew Carey was hosting, right?
In 2008, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ted, I'm sure the millions of fans need to know, is Ted going to make a comeback?
Well, depends who you ask, because I was told by I would consider very highly reliable source. Now, this was several years ago, but that I was on a short list of people who were not welcome back to the show.
Oh.
And that if the pages saw any of these names as they were going through the crowd and doing the IDs, that they were to notify security immediately.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
So had this been the film Casino, you would have been the guy that they took
Yeah.
back in the back room and smashed his hands with the hammer.
Now, 4 years ago, when C.J. Wallace started making this documentary, he had to clear the footage with Fremantle, who owns the show. So he would send them the latest cut of the show or the movie before we went to a film festival so they could clear it.
Right.
Well, there was a point where he had, I don't know if it was me, it must have been me saying that I had heard I had been banned from the show. And they said, you have to take that out. There's no banned list. He's not banned. He can go back to the show
really?
whenever he wants.
Oh.
So I'm not willing to invest the time and the money to
try
memorize all the prices, drive
You
down
already
there and
did it,
find
man.
out.
You went to
sorry.
the yeah.
But you do seem to be a numbers guy. You have an amazing memory. Are there any other shows you'd be interested in doing just for fun? Or was it just you did everything you wanted to do with The Price is Right?
I've really wanted to do Wheel of Fortune, and I've actually...
It's really hard to get on there. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried once.
Yeah.
I did. But it's a very long day.
We're talking to Ted Slauson.
I know.
This is a different kind of human.
And the documentary, by the way, which is amazing, is called The Perfect Bid. I recommend anyone who has Hulu,
Check it out.
Please just check it out.
Are you happy with it, Ted?
Oh, I absolutely love it.
Wait, Ted?
Every time he's...
I'm so
sorry.
sorry. I got to tell you something, dude.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got to drop something on you.
Oh,
Listen,
boy.
Ted, I loved this documentary. Obviously, I've been blowing up your phone ever since.
Sorry, Ted.
Yeah, sorry, Ted.
In the studio, we can just turn off his mic, but we can't do that when he's not with us.
Karen, how dare you? That's such a Dan thing to say. Anyways, Ted, so I'm watching this documentary, and it's so perfect for my family, and we're loving every second of it. And then
Right.
the last 10 minutes, Drew Carey shows
Oh,
up
and drops the F-bomb
drops
about
the
22
F-bomb
times.
over and over again.
And you're putting your
Earmuffs.
hands over your kids' ears. Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah,
we
we
drop
can
the
do it.
F-bomb too sometimes.
Well, necessarily they weren't really talking about Ted in general because they were actually talking about Terry, who at
Who
the
tried
time
to
they
pretend
thought,
he was
Yeah.
knowing it all, but it was really Ted.
But
always
I think
Ted.
we're all referring to the Kevin Pollak Drew Carey episode.
Right.
He's
$3
playing.
million, and all of a sudden, like, hey,
Hey.
wanna do another $1 million spectacular?
But this Terry Nice fucks changed things up a little bit too.
Oh, that dude.
That dude.
There you go.
Who
He got,
bid
he got the exact amount.
to the penny
Right.
on both
To the
showcases?
penny. You
To
don't
the
bid
penny.
to the
Penny.
penny.
Yeah, he won both
Whatever.
showcases because he got his showcase on the right to the dollar.
Right. And
Now, at this
somebody
point,
on the
did
headset's gotta be-
did they feel that it was solely Terry? By now, after the investigation, they were well aware that it was you shouting out. You contributed because Terry took the credit. Like
Yeah.
it's so obvious
Right.
that he's looking and just
He's
what
looking
do I do?
and,
What do I
and
say?
mouthing it.
Right. So they knew it was either Linda or me. His wife is Linda, for those who haven't seen it, because we were right there in the front row, and he obviously was looking toward us. And during that whole 15-minute stop down, however long it was, when we were all clapping along, that's when I looked up and I saw that the camera was on Linda. It wasn't on, like the red light wasn't on, but it was obvious they were pointing it right at her. I mean, it was like you couldn't be any less subtle if you tried.
Is your heart pounding at this point? Because you know you didn't really do anything wrong, but did you do something wrong? You start thinking, I did everything legally.
Right.
Your heart's got to be pounding at this point.
Right. And it was like, why the heck didn't I? Because right as he started to say the bid, I was starting to signal 23,500, which would have gotten him both showcases with,
Right.
he would have
It
been
wouldn't-
almost 250 away.
Right. It wouldn't have been exact.
Right.
Yeah.
But then when they put the camera on me and I looked up and I'm like, okay, obviously they are doing some research backstage.
You said,
And-
you said, oh shit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, well when they went off the air and this, Kathy Greco had been standing there giving me the stink eye, and I was just like, okay, this is going to be interesting. And then when she said Linda and she motioned her up on stage, I'm like, and now they're going to take us in the back,
Right.
and question us, and,
Right.
and they didn't. It was, she wanted Drew Carey to sign
Autograph?
her shirt, and it's like, okay, well. And then I went back to the very next taping, which was a few hours later because they didn't have enough people for an audience. And originally they stuck me kind of in the back, in the middle,
Did they,
and then they had
did they
me
put duct
switch
tape
seats
over your
with-
mouth?
Right. Then they had me switch seats with one of their paid audience members, and
Really? They
I
have
couldn't
paid
figure out
audience
why they-
members?
yeah, they
I
had the
did
paid
not
audience
know that.
to fill, but yeah, they probably they don't right now because they don't have
Because
an
it's
audience.
right, because it's
Yeah.
COVID. Which actually, I have
We
not
went to
seen.
lunch
We went
today,
to lunch
and it
today,
just happened to be on.
and it happened to be on. We have not seen it. I mean, I might have seen it like a couple times with Drew Carey, but normally I'm not home to see it. But today I was, and we went to a restaurant, and they actually had it on the TV. We're like, this is a sign. The Price is Right is on. But we saw the way they have it. They're actually on the stage, and they're 6 feet apart.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. It's very different.
Yep.
Welcome to COVID.
Do you still watch the show since Drew Carey has taken over? Because personally, like, the games are great. It's still Price is Right, but man, it's
not Bob Barker.
It's not It's actually not the same for me.
That was one of my
Right.
questions: Barker or Carey?
Definitely Barker.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No question.
Yeah.
I made it through season 36, which was Drew Carey's first
Right.
season.
Right.
Obviously, because I had the prices for that taping. No, I said that wrong. I had been studying prices so that when I went to that taping, I would know them. That made it sound like I had the prices for
Right,
that
right,
taping.
right.
And we already have enough people who think that.
You're getting yourself into more trouble.
I know, right? So then I made it through about 2/3 of season 37, and that's when the Perfect Bid episode aired in December. It was supposed to air in November, but they pushed it into a week where viewership was down. And then they really started getting crazy with, a private plane to, trip to wherever. It's like, okay,
Right,
first of all,
you
how do I
can't-
even price that?
Right.
Yeah, and then they started bringing in all the designer handbags
Well,
and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
And
we saw it today. There were designer shoes. So I'm like, okay, shoes. I
Yeah.
know shoes. Okay. I guess like $600.
Get you on there.
Yeah, it was like six.
$2,300.
No, they were $2,300 for two pairs
Oh.
of shoes. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not buying those shoes.
Hey, Ted, Ted, you said something that actually really bothered me, man, because the three of us, we watched the documentary. Obviously, we're now fans. But you had written something, or you had said something where you were talking about people kind of bad-mouthing you, including podcasters were saying ill things about you. What is up with that?
So that was actually before the documentary was filmed and came out. And I mean, since then, I mean, pretty much everyone realizes that, because it was a he said story for so long. Well, Perry obviously did this, and who's this other Ted guy who says he did it, and how do we know what he's talked about? Well,
Right.
CJ did an absolutely marvelous job pointing out, clearly this man knows what he's talking about because he helped all these people and,
Right.
all these perfect
The
kids.
other thing that I noticed that Terry said was that he had a hearing problem, and that, but that just made him look worse because when you have a hearing problem, you read lips.
Oh,
the-
dang, Karen.
Nancy Drew over here.
What is up?
Yeah. So I was like, he just ratted himself out.
So whose idea was this? Was this something that you just wanted to clear your name, or did CJ come up and approach you first? Whose idea for the documentary?
So they did a Esquire magazine reached out to me in 2009 or 2010, and the reporter had said, "I'm really interested in this story, and would you be willing to be interviewed?" I said, "Sure." I think we did a 2-hour phone interview. Like, it was really, really, he obviously was doing very thorough research. And if you read the article, it's clear to me how it ends. And I was not a great student of English and nuance and all that, but
The math guy. You're a math guy.
it's clear that he is saying, it's pretty obvious who, gave the guy the bid, but, think what you want.
Right.
The
So
brains behind the bid.
Yeah.
CJ's parents gave him the magazine as a birthday gift, I think. And he reached out to me on Facebook, and I want to say it was 2011. Like, it was many years before this actually came to fruition. And he said, I want to do a movie loosely based on this story. And would you be willing to be like an on-set, whatever? I said, okay, sure. Thinking to myself, yeah, I'll believe this when I see it. And
Right.
every so often he'd reach out and say, hey, I haven't forgotten. I'm still looking into this. And then he asked me to put together like a kind of a story of everything that had happened. So I basically went through as many of the tapings where I helped people as I could. And I sent like basically a story. I can't remember how many pages it was. And he he responded back and he said, I think I'm just going to do the story on you because you basically just wrote the whole movie.
Exactly. I'm like, well,
Okay.
the fact that you have all of your name tags and all of the you're very
methodical,
organized.
so
You are
organized.
yes, you are.
How
very,
many times were you on there?
24 was when I got picked, and I believe the Drew Carey episode was 37, and then I went to the one after that, which would have been 38.
38.
All
So
right.
38 times on the
Now,
show.
let's talk about why you're really here. Tell us about Holly.
By the way, my name is really Karen. It's not Holly.
Let's talk about Holly.
My favorite scene is Barker grabbing you by the
Yeah,
arm.
yeah. He was like, he grabbed you by your elbow, pull you back. Yeah, let's get away from Holly. Thanks.
Yo, like he got the kiss.
Yeah.
That was
So
funny.
who's the next? Who's the next Ted?
Slauson?
Slauson. Who's the next Ted? Have you been watching Jeopardy? Are you aware of James Holzhauer?
I'm aware of it. I don't actually watch it.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I know, I'm terrible.
That's okay. That's all right.
He's watching Snoopy, okay?
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
We're like you used to record Prices Right. We record
you know what?
Jeopardy.
You know what? Let's talk about this
We
for a
do.
second. The Snoopy fascination.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? I thought that was amazing. Are those original?
So
Are those cells on your wall?
No, they're actually jigsaw puzzles.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Because I had so many of them, and it was like I really should display these somehow with a collection. So I put them all together, and then I glued them. I glued the ones with the smaller pieces, and then I framed them. But it started, I guess, when I was a kid, and I had a stuffed dog, and I'm not even sure it was an actual Snoopy, but it looked kind of like Snoopy, and so that was when it started, and then from there it grew, and really it's been. I mean, when I moved to Texas, and that was 2005, I had probably a smallish collection and a lot of Christmas stuff. And since then, it's just exploded, and it's now,
I saw your
on the
Facebook
verge
page. It's getting out of hand, isn't it?
Do you have like
Yeah,
an entire
yeah.
room dedicated?
Do you have a following that
Yep.
sends you stuff? Like they just
I'm sorry?
send you, do you have a following, a little community that just sends you
That
Snoopy
sends
stuff?
you peanuts?
The Ted Slauson
So my
fan
friend,
club or something?
my friend Dee, who went to that first taping, and a
Yeah.
couple others with me, she and I have started since I moved here. She would come to visit, and then it turned into well, let's just not sit around. Let's go somewhere. And so we'd go on like a little mini road trip, and then it turned into when she comes, we go on a week-long road trip, and she collects juvenile mystery series like Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys.
Which is funny
There's,
because
like-
they called me Nancy Drew.
Right.
Full circle.
Yep.
And so her collection is just gotten huge as well. So we go to a lot of antique malls and used bookstores, and that's where we find a lot of the stuff. And so usually when we come back from the trip, there's 2 or 3 or 4 of those paper-sized boxes with all of our
With
stuff
stuff.
that we got on the trip.
I gotta ask.
That's where some of it comes from, and then people for Christmas will give me like the latest Christmas things, and
Right.
You guys must have a great time. I'm really glad that you're still friends with her. After all these years, it must have been. How long have you been friends together?
she moved. Her family moved across the street from my family in 1970. So,
oh wow.
We probably became friends, I think, and because as I remember, I was having my tonsils out, and this would have been 72, and her mother, she had her tonsils out, so her mother said, "You need to tell him that it's not going to
so
be bad."
bad.
And, right. I was 6, so I was
Right.
like, what did I know? So
Right.
that was, I think, kind of how it started, and then we just started hanging out because, she lived right across the street.
So I didn't realize we were going to talk Snoopy, but this is the Nostalgia Cafe, so it does fit. And I have to ask you, the one that is near and dear to my heart growing up is Snoopy Come Home. I want to ask you, what is your favorite piece of Peanuts?
Oh,
Did I say that right?
Yeah, peanuts.
I'm going to have to walk out to my loft and look because I got to think about this.
Oh, you need some reminders, huh?
So many.
I love the Great Pumpkin.
So many.
While you're walking, Ted, do you have a favorite Price is Right game? I mean, everyone loves Plinko. Is that yours, or you like something else?
No, I would rather die than play Plinko. Again, Charlie Brown luck. I'd win all 5 chips and they'd all go into 0. I'm just saying. So I really liked It's in the Bag. That was because that was an easy one to win if you knew the grocery product.
What was the
prices.
one with the yodeler that would go climb the mountain?
That's Cliffhangers. That one.
Cliffhanger, yeah.
That's a great one too.
Yeah.
Then there's the
So I think-
physical challenge one where I think Bob Barker's just trying to show off his golf skills. It's the only one
the
where you
putt.
actually
You'd have the putt. I probably would fall into the wheel when I was spinning. I'd be like, I'd have that moment.
big wheel.
Yeah. You would see like these tiny little women like try to, and it's got to go around
huge.
one time.
Yeah, it
so
looks like it
I'm
weighs a
I would
ton.
probably fall.
Not Ted though. Ted gave it a solid spin.
Yeah.
Didn't give him any money, but solid spin.
But it was heavy. So I'm going to go with my Snoopy lunchbox, which I think I had as a kid, and now I have another one. And I have many lunchboxes, but this one is the
the tin?
version from the 70s.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, the tin lunchbox.
Awesome. Ted, you rock, dude.
The film, the documentary is called The Perfect Bid. And was there anything missing in the documentary that you wish they also mentioned? Any or do you have any last words or anything other than just watch this amazing documentary?
Well, there were earlier versions with a little more of the footage from the show, which were probably a little more enjoyable, but because of the expense and they actually put a limitation on how much they wanted him to use. So we had to cut a lot of it out. But I think if they had been if he had been able to put a little more footage from the shows in, it would have been a little bit kind of more exciting. But I think he did a good job making it as exciting as it possibly could
Now,
be.
I've done documentaries, and I've tried to do some documentaries where I can incorporate stuff from like a little TV show I've seen or something. Mike Farrell hosted a show once, and I wanted to get a clip from that. You have to pay. The money has to go to the unions, to the cameramans, to the actors, to the writers. Just for like a 5-second clip. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
dude, Ted, I cannot thank you enough. I mean, this was just going to be a game show episode, but
Yeah.
we have the legendary Ted Slauson here, and I just want to say, man, it's been great talking to you.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Do you naturally go by Ted, or did you choose to pick theater for the Price is Right?
So no, you have to go by your legal first name. given at
Really?
birth.
Oh, because
So,
when
yeah.
if you were to win the prizes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they would tell you that if you, I can't remember what the name was, but they said if your name is Michael, but you go by Mike, Michael wins the prizes, but Mike loses the prizes.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay.
And do you still have the? I'm sure you do.
The mustache? The mustache?
No.
Bring back the mustache. It was awesome.
The stash.
It was awesome mustache.
Do you still have your autograph from Holly?
Oh yes, I
sure
have
you
the
do. Is it framed?
the picture. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
saw it, and I need to put it up. We've moved into this house 6 months ago, and
That
I
was a
still haven't
class
quite gotten
act.
everything
That was a
done.
That was really
total
cool that she
class
did
act
that.
on her
Yeah.
part.
It
Yeah.
really was.
And that just to me, it was like that's
That made your
what I
day. You
always
didn't
knew
care
about
that.
her.
Right. You didn't care you didn't win
It
the
just
showcase.
it validated
Right.
everything. Yeah.
right.
Wow.
And that's who she is.
Yeah.
Naturally, is it wasn't like I'm this big star, and you have to ask me for my autograph. It's like,
Right.
you're an awesome fan. Here you go.
Exactly.
Wow.
And yeah, that was the best moment of the whole day.
Yeah.
Ted Slauson, you are the man. Thank you so much for this. We enjoyed your documentary, and even more so, we enjoyed talking to you on this podcast. You're the man, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Have a very good night. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Hey,
You too.
wait, Ted.
Yeah.
Don't forget to get your dog spayed and neutered.
Your pet.
Poor Snoopy.
spayed and-
Pets, I messed it
Yeah,
up.
you messed it up. Poor Snoopy.
We love you, Ted.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice, dude. Awesome, dude. I'm so mad I messed up. I'm no Bob Barker.
You
No.
I'm no
practiced.
Bob Barker.
Okay, Sam.
Okay.
What the hell do we have in the studio?
We have
right
a
now?
lot of stuff
There
here.
is a lot of stuff going on. I don't know
There's-
what's happening. I just know that it's a game show.
There's stuff in bags hidden,
Well,
and
behind door,
I'm really scared.
behind door number one is. You'll find out right after this commercial break. I gotta go pee.
Oh no.
Seriously. 40 minutes.
Well, yeah.
40
Well,
minutes. Well, I'm playing the Jeopardy theme until you get back. So you got 30 seconds.
We're gonna get sued.
I know.
We
I
can't.
know.
Maybe we can hum it.
So we watched this documentary, and I was floored. First of all, I feel like an idiot because they were showing there's a scene where the camera pans through his house, and you see all these Snoopy pictures and
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm thinking he's a collector.
Yeah.
He's a big time collector.
They're jigsaw
and I'm like,
puzzles.
those are
But that's
cells.
great.
Oh my god, they're authentic. They got to be
No, but-
$2,000 each.
Yeah, no.
But they're jigsaw puzzles.
But that's great.
I think it's wonderful. I think that just makes him more magical. There's just
Yes.
something about this guy.
Yeah.
And if you can, the documentary again, it's the perfect bid.
It really was very interesting.
It was.
And, most people, you stayed home from school, you were sick,
If your
you
grandmother
watched,
was watching
you definitely watched The
she'd
Price
make you
is Right.
pastina and you watched
Or
The Price
chicken
is
noodle
Right.
soup.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my grandpa was home at the time, so my grandpa would make me either chicken with the rice,
I'd get
Campbell's
pastina.
chicken with the rice, or chicken noodle, and we would watch
Price is Right.
Price is Right. When my grandma was home, she would make pastina, and she would then watch her stories after The Price is Right. The Young and the Restless.
All right, you guys ready for this?
We are ready.
First thing
I guess we
need-
have to be, huh?
Yeah, you guys are going to have to clear a little bit away because I have a professional buzzer that we're going to need for this game.
All right.
A little game you may have heard of called Jeopardy.
Do I need my glasses for this? Do I have to read things
All right. Oh, that's not it. Where's the Jeopardy board?
over there? If I have to
I
read,
think I'm going to be punching you by the end of this.
if I have to read, no. Dan's really good at Jeopardy. I answer the drink questions. Are there any alcohol questions on this board?
This.
I'll tell you what. You want to switch because you can stay right here and actually. go
Boom.
this side.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
do a
we're gonna
switcheroo.
switch. Okay.
Boom. YouTube, check it out. Check it out.
Okay,
Wire it up here. So.
there.
So,
There you go. You got it.
so we have 3 categories based off of former episodes of the Nostalgia Cafe.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So
all right.
your
Baby.
3 categories, and people, please
Oh,
play at home. See if you can get these answers faster than Dan and Karen.
Oh.
So the categories in Jeopardy are.
I was gonna joke and say you spelled Jeopardy wrong.
My mom helped me with this, so
Okay.
No, he's
All
freaking
right.
serious. His mom helped. him.
His mom really did help him.
all the way from
Okay.
Israel.
Yes.
So, anyways, we have.
Should we try to
Put it up here.
Yeah, put it.
All right. Good call.
Can we?
Yeah, watch it.
We are
drink.
definitely
Watch
knocking
the
There we
stuff
go.
over
We
today.
can see it.
Can you?
All right. We have horror, action heroes, and hair bands. So
Horror, action heroes,
And hairbands.
hair bands.
now we are gentlemen here at the Nostalgia Cafe. So ladies first. Karen, what are we going with? Oh, and let's put the buzzer between you guys because the first one to buzz in.
Oh, we got a buzz. We'll break
gotta
something.
Got a buzz. Well,
Oh, this is really bad. Okay, I'll take hairbands for 200.
hair bands for 2. Yo, Dan is already cheating. Here we go. You can ring in whenever you want.
All right.
Remember, answer in the form
Just
of a
scared
question.
the shit out of the dog.
Sorry,
Okay.
puppy. This is a type of storm which forms over a tropical or subtropical waters. It is also the way the band Scorpions will rock you.
Hurricane, like a hurricane.
Correct. $200,
You're supposed
Dan
to
Morrow.
say, what is
What
like
is-
a hurricane?
Do I
What
count
is
that?
rock you like a hurricane?
Whoa.
I'd like a recount.
Oh, Alex Trebek would not be cool with
He
this.
would not.
No.
He would be like, please ask in the form of a question.
Okay.
But you do have control of the board, Dan. What are we going with?
Control the board. Action Heroes for 400.
Action Heroes
That looks
400.
like a daily
Yeah,
double right there.
I'm dead here.
Here we go.
All right.
In this 1987 film, Lincoln Hawk is a trucker who wins the World Arm Wrestling Championship.
What is? Oh my! It's the Stallone movie. Yeah.
Karen, do you want to buzz in and answer it? Or are you going to
So
pass?
I'm negative.
I'm going to
200.
pass because I have no idea.
Oh, so sorry. The correct answer is...
Oh, over the top.
Oh, it's too late. What is over the top? And you have just lost $200.
So I'm in
Karen,
the-
you have... See, this is
I
Karen.
have
Karen, this is
control.
how you're going to
Karen,
win.
Yeah,
you
I
gotta do
know.
the math.
I
Okay,
do?
So I had
Wait.
200, and then I lost 400.
Damn.
So I'm in the hole.
Negative 200. That means Karen,
Okay, so-
the underdog,
All right.
is in the lead. Karen,
All right. I will take horror for 100.
horror for 100.
Is it? Do they get harder?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so I'm
I
good
did
with
this
the
right.
100. Okay.
This is Ken
Pamela Sue Voorhees is the mother of this... Who got it?
Jason Voorhees.
Form of question.
Who is Jason Voorhees?
Karen, you got $100. All right, Karen, you are in control of the board, and you are kicking Dan's ass. What do you choose next?
I'm again going to go with horror for 200.
Horror for 200. Here we go. This young heartthrob played Glenn Lance in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Who is Johnny Depp?
Who is Johnny Depp is correct. You
Only-
just got 200.
Only because I just watched that episode of
Well,
us
we just
talking
talked
about,
about it. Yes.
and I just remember.
and that's the only time he was good looking.
Yo, Karen, let's not get into
Did
I'm
this.
get
so
flack
sorry.
from her daughter.
What's that?
Oh, I did. My oldest was like, Mom, really? Johnny Depp? Like, he's really good looking. I'm like,
Your daughter obviously knows what's up.
and she sends me the most awful picture of him. I'm like,
So wait, Karen.
I said,
All right, Karen. Wait, no.
No, it's
you are in
Dan.
control of the board, Dan.
I'll take horror for 400.
400.
Yes.
all right.
Oh! You have just hit the daily double, but do you even have any money?
Yes.
Do
No,
I?
he has zero.
I
You
got
have $200.
Oh, he has $200. All right.
Right? Or
No, I should
you
have. I should.
you
I
have
should be
zero,
back
so
on.
isn't
No, I
there
got
like
You
zero.
can bet up to 1,000.
I'll bet up at the.
You're going all in.
Always wanted to do this, Alex.
All in.
All
All
in.
right, here we go.
All right.
This 1999 horror movie cost $300,000 to make, but made 200.
What is the Blair Witch Project?
That is correct. $1,000 for Dan Morrow.
All right.
Oh man,
now
he
he's
just
really
took
going to kick my ass.
That is a huge lead. Dan, you are now in control of the board.
I'll take hair bands for 400.
Hairbands for 400. Here we go.
Okay.
This, down goes the board. Oh, this is so embarrassing
What
on you
is
too.
a shit show? Alex?
We need some Jeopardy graphics.
Here we go. Hairbands.
Okay.
This is a wire I am no Alex Trebek either. This is a wire carrying an electric current. It is also the title of a Motley Crue song.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Totally. Yeah.
What is Live Wire?
Oh.
Live Wire. But Dan, you are still in control of the board.
I'll take horror for 300.
R for 300. Here we go. Please help me with this. Okay. I like this question. This plant kills the 3'6" killer in the 1993 movie Leprechaun.
Oh, I never saw that movie. This plant.
What is a shamrock?
No, you got to buzz in.
Buzz. Yes.
What is a shamrock?
You just lost $300,
I lost
my
$300.
man. You have 17
I've never seen
or
it.
700.
700.
Karen, do you want to buzz in? Or are you
She
gonna-
does.
Sorry, time's up. Listen, I researched this. The correct answer is what is a four-leaf clover, which is not, I researched,
shamrock.
is not a shamrock.
Right.
But what did the judges say? Because Alex always has judges that he can go over there.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
what the judges
researched it.
say.
I am the
That's
judge,
what the
the
judges
jury,
say.
and the executioner. You got it wrong, and you have $700. All right. Which
But he
means
still has control of
he
the
still has
board.
Control the board. I'll take Action Heroes for 100.
Action Heroes for 100. Here we go. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the youngest man to win this prestigious, Karen.
Mr. Olympian. Mr. Olympian. What is Mr. Olympia?
You just lost $100, Dan.
What is Mr. Universe?
That is correct. $100 for Dan.
You technically were supposed to buzz in.
Where
but-
are we with the scores right now?
If
Yes, you do.
No, you didn't
When
get it.
you're on-
We're having a
When
moment.
you're on Jeopardy, what happens?
They don't argue over the rules, that's for sure.
Fine.
All right. Who's in control?
Dan.
Dan.
'Cause he got it
200
right.
Action Heroes 200. Here we go.
Oh, that he was supposed to get 100, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. In this war, John Rambo became traumatized, but
What is Vietnam?
that is correct. $200 for Dan Morrow. Uh-oh. Come on, Karen. Come on, Karen. All right, Dan, you're in control of the board.
I'll take horror for 500.
All right. This is a big one.
Don't you know you're supposed to let your wife win?
Oh, snap. Jack Torrance became this kind of boy after spending a period of time with all work and no play.
No. Wait.
Go.
Time's running out.
A doll boy.
In the form.
All work. What is a doll boy?
You are correct. $500 for Dan Morrow.
Okay, if I let you win, if I let you, I'm going to have
my
to just
gosh.
whisper the
No. Stop
answers
it.
to you.
Hey, you
How come
tried to
there's
give
no
it to
alcohol
her.
questions
You
on
tried
here?
to. We haven't talked about nostalgic
Yeah,
alcohol yet.
What's in a martini?
Yeah, what's in a martini?
I'll lose that one.
Yeah, he will.
Yo, in a
You have to have
future
a drink.
episode.
You have to have a drink category.
What's in a
'cause
daiquiri?
That's where I get that and cooking.
What are the scores so far?
Dan has 1,500 and I have nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, it's never too late. There's two 500 still on the board, two 300s, and a 100. You're in
Okay.
control, Dan. What
All
are we
right.
going
I
with?
need something because I have to make it the final.
I'll take
Yeah.
hair bands for 500.
We do have a final Jeopardy
I
question. so
know.
you need
That's
it.
why I need to have my. Because if not, it's just gonna be.
Oh, and you guys don't even know the prize.
no.
Oh my god!
All right.
I can't. I'm so excited.
Okay.
So, this is a solid mineral material forming. I will repeat that. This is a solid mineral material forming part of the surface of the earth and is exposed on the surface or underlying the soil or ocean. It is also the way Twisted Sister wants to rock you. I just fucked up that question. Oh my
Do you want to try it again?
Well, okay, I gave the answer.
Oh.
It is also what Twister Sister wants to do. Oh, Karen, yes.
What is rock?
You got it, Karen. You got it. $500 for Karen. Karen, I did that for you. That was all for you. I got your back.
All right. Shh.
Dan's so pissed.
I'm still curious that this Stay Puft guy has been here for 3 weeks,
And you just noticed him. Okay.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about that.
All right, Karen, you are now in control of the board.
All right. I'll do hair bands for 100.
All right.
I like how you have the pencil line.
Yeah, we were very diligent about this.
awesome.
And I had all the materials because I own a school.
Yeah.
We had the poster boards, the markers. Here we go.
Okay.
For 100.
Okay.
This month is considered the final month of autumn. It is also the month Axl Rose mentions in Guns N' Roses.
November. What is November?
That is correct. $100 for Karen. Dan's holding back. Dan's holding back and is eating him alive. There's 3 questions.
You don't have to let me win.
Well, I'm listening. I didn't think you would actually.
She
interrupt the
slammed
question.
that
She
thing.
Slammed it.
All right,
what she
Karen.
said.
Yes.
Karen, it's been like
Okay,
2
I'm
episodes
sorry.
since you got dirty. So,
Yeah, I know.
wow, you were due. All right, Karen.
All right. Again, I'm gonna go hair bands 300 because I don't know anything about action.
Karen is catching up.
Okay.
Oh, I like this one. This substance is capable of causing the illness or death of a living organism when absorbed. It is also the name of an 80s hair metal band.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
What is poison?
Oh my gosh.
Question.
You guys got that at home, right?
Here's the daily double question. This is going up Sam's ass.
Dude, that is-
what is a buzzer?
That is a huge
Yeah, Sam's like, nope,
Oh,
thanks.
God. That is cruel.
No, thank you.
There's only 2 questions left.
Oh, it's mine. Okay. Action heroes for 300.
Action heroes for 300. Here we go.
This is where Karen loses.
This former WWE champion played the character Thunderlips in Rocky.
Who was Hulk Hogan?
That is correct. $300 for Dan Morrow.
Or Terry Bollea?
Terry Bollea. That is
Terry
correct.
Bollea.
Oh, now you're just showing off.
Yes.
All right. The final question is for $500 under Action Heroes. Arnold Schwarzenegger plays himself in this film, as well as fictitious movie star Jack Slater. Dan?
What is the last action hero?
You are correct. $500 for Dan Morrow, which brings you guys to a total of...
Dan has 2,300 and Karen has 600.
All right. Now, guys, it's time for you guys to find out what you can win before we go to Final Jeopardy. Let me get it out of the bag.
Oh. The suspense is killing
I
me.
think either it's turtle wax
It's
All right.
wax.
and rice-a-roni.
Whoever,
The San Francisco treat.
You think I'm that cheap? No.
And for our parting guests,
So,
you
guys,
win.
whoever wins this game gets
Okay.
a brand new car.
Batmobile.
The Batmobile, driven by Adam West and Burt Ward in the original TV series.
All right, so you do realize if I win this, I'm going to
just
have to
go-
give it to him anyway.
And
Yeah, I was
Just go
hoping
back
you
on-
wouldn't
on
say
the
that,
thing.
but obviously that's
Yeah.
what's happening.
That's
But
what's gonna
guys,
happen.
it's time for Final Jeopardy, in
Okay.
which the answer is based off of pro wrestling superstars.
Oh, boy.
Guys, go ahead and
Oh.
put your wager down.
Do you consider Karen at all when you're writing out these
No.
questions?
I consider the only episode. We're a new show. I only had so much to work off of.
Well, okay, so I can only wager what? What can I wager if I only have $600? I can only wager $600,
You can
right?
wager up to 600.
Up
if
to
you don't want to
600.
zero, because I might
Right.
I might put
Okay.
it all
All
in
right.
the bank.
All right. So what am I supposed to do? Write it down and like hide
Yeah,
it?
yeah. You're gonna have to, I need to know how much money.
2,300 you have.
300.
All right, I'm gonna ask the
All right.
question, and then you
All
guys.
right, I'm just gonna write my wager and I folded it
All
so
right.
no one can see.
You guys ready? Here we go for a brand new car.
All right.
Check that out, YouTube.
That's the classic Chuck Barris Batmobile version from the 68, 67 TV show.
This WWE Superstars T-shirt has outsold every other wrestler. But no, it's a Final
It's a Final
Jeopardy,
Jeopardy. You
Karen.
wrote it down.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Alex never had to deal with this, did he?
Okay, where am I writing this?
Can I finish the
paper.
answer?
Okay, yep.
This WWE Superstars T-shirt has outsold every other wrestlers in the history of pro wrestling.
I think I know the answer to this one.
Boom. All right, we're gonna start, of course, ladies first, with Karen. Karen, how much did you wager? $1. And Karen, what did you put as your answer? Who is Stone Cold Steve Austin? You are correct. You get the $1, which puts you at $601.
$1.
All right, Dan, let's find out the
He
truth.
got the answer right.
Dan, how much
Put
did you
The
wager?
Rock.
No, you didn't. You,
put
lie.
the Rock. And what'd you wager?
You lied.
2,300.
2,300, which means
Because
what?
That's because Dan wants to go to bed tonight.
She won by $1.
The winner, Karen!
I won by
Wait,
$601.
hold on, Karen. Let's make a deal. We've just turned this into let's make a deal.
Okay.
Karen,
You
now
have too much free time.
you could, dude, I do not, but my only free time is spent on this podcast.
Yeah.
Karen, you could have this car, or you could have what's inside of the Slim Jim box. Let me show you this box.
All right. I'm probably going to pick that because I really don't want the Batman car.
Now, just like in Let's Make a Deal, you have a choice. Here you have a car in front of you.
It's not
what's-
really Slim Jims.
What's inside this? But could be Slim Jims. Could
It's
be
not really Slim Jims.
Could be a brand new
It's
house.
a joke.
It could be a vacation. Karen, you
Is
could
it a new kitchen?
It could be the deed.
Could be the deed to a new home.
Yes.
Karen, are you going to stick with your Batmobile or are you going to go with what's inside the box?
I'm going with.
She's going with the box.
I'm going with
Ladies and gentlemen, what is inside this box? It's poo! This poo, you can throw it up against a wall, it will splat and make all kinds of funny sounds. You have lost a car, but you have gained a piece of poo. Oh, man, you
They
are...
never do this on Jeopardy. No, don't!
Oh, look at that.
If that marks the wall, I'm going to hurt you.
It is just rolling down the wall. Congratulations, Karen, but listen, guys...
Really?
This car is still up for grabs because we got one more.
It's squishy.
Some would say the greatest game. Listen, one person I know would say he wouldn't play it, but I think you guys will be most excited because I have 2 prizes up for grabs in this final game.
Ooh.
Let me pick it up over here.
I have.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I won poo.
For all
Alex
the
Trebek
prizes.
would never agree to this.
For all the prizes,
What?
Oh no, what is this?
Oh no.
we have.
Oh Lord. What is it? It's a caricature of.
Plinko.
Plinko!
No, it's Plinko. It's
That's
Plinko.
right.
It's Plinko.
What you're going to get is 5 tokens to drop down the Plinko board. Oh, let me turn it on because it has good sound effects.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Where-
yeah. What's good about this is... Oh, they're getting down. That's right. Oh, Holly's got nothing on you, Karen. So, here's the deal. You might
Ted
have to
may beg
hold
to
it up.
differ.
Now, both of you guys will get 5 tokens. The
Okay.
person at the end who gets the highest score not only gets the car, but a very awesome mystery prize.
It's not poo, is it?
Nope. No more poo today, Karen.
That's not really a prize.
Have you ever seen Let's Make a Deal? I could have given you a goat.
Yes, this is not Let's Make a Deal. This is Jeopardy.
No, this is cafe craziness. is
Yeah.
what this is. Karen, you will be the first one playing Plinko.
Oh boy.
All right, here are your 5 tokens. Remember, you must start it off. Now, this Plinko board is a little warped, so
Okay.
I'm going to push it in so things don't get crazy.
Because it's going to fly into my drink.
Yeah, that would be terrible. But
Yeah, it
Karen,
would be
make sure
awful.
you start it off at the top, and best of luck. Can we get a microphone by this board? It makes some cool sound effects.
Watch my drink.
That's how the drink goes down.
It'll
All right,
pick it
Karen, here we go. It's going down. And it's off the board. Try one more time. Let me lean it back a little bit. Oh, I got it. I got you. The first time here at the Nostalgia Cafe. And it's going down on the side. And it's down. Oh my God, we can't get it on there. Start from the middle. Start from the middle.
That's what she said.
Oh, snap. And
$10,000.
$10,000 on their first Plinko chip. Oh, Dan, that's not boding well for you. All right, Karen, that was just the first one, and you have $10,000.
We gotta do this 10 times.
500. We got 10,500 for Karen. 3 more chips.
Another 500.
500. We got 11,000 for Karen. Oh. Are you kidding me?
That's 21,000.
That's $21,000 for Karen.
We should go to Atlantic City after this.
No doubt. And finally,
Oh, that was a 0.
wow. Dan,
I did pretty well. then.
yeah, you did amazing. What was your total?
2,100.
2,100.
Yeah, 21,000.
$21,000. That's a big score to beat, Dan Morrow.
Okay.
I mean, you kind of look defeated right now, and you haven't
Yeah.
even started. All right, you got 5 chances, my man.
Where's all his other chips?
Oh, I got chips galore.
He's got chips
All right.
All right, dude.
and guac.
Plinko, everyone's favorite Price is Right game,
I only have
except
4 at the moment.
Ted Slauson. We'll reuse one once.
Yeah.
That's
all
fine.
good.
That's fine. Normally, playing a game like this, I would say, Karen, why don't you do this for me?
No,
And
here,
she-
you want to switch?
We're going to have to switch.
It's got to be from Dan's hands.
We're going to have to switch.
Those magical.
That's what she said.
3 times, Karen was with you today. You are on point. All right, Dan, you need $20,100. That is a huge sum of money. All right. The Plinko board is ready, and so is Dan Morrow. He drops the first one in the center. It's going off to the side.
500.
500.
500. Here we go.
I'm gonna win.
He's got 4 chips left. Could this? Oh, it goes down. Try again, sir. Here we go. Here we go.
That was 10,000, though, just so you know.
Oh,
10,000. So 10,500.
10,000. So now we have 10,100. He's still in the
10,000.
game, Karen.
10,500.
You better get scared. He actually is catching up. Down it goes. This is a real piece of junk.
Finger on the game board.
I'm trying to help you, dude. This thing is a piece of junk. Up. What do we got?
Another 500.
You have
10,100.
10,100. All right. You need another 10,100.
Yes, but you.
We cannot do math here at the Nostalgia Cafe. 10,000!
We've had-
I can't believe it! Where are you at now? You have 10,150.
20,000.
20,150. Did you just win?
We've had way
I
too
have
many
another thing.
martinis.
Don't I have another roll?
You got one more, dude. I think if you get any point value, you just won this game. If you could just get it in there.
That's what she said.
This was, oh my God.
I have no difficulty.
You've got this, dude. You've got this. This is it.
0.
0. So I believe you got 10,000.
I had 21. I had
1,000.
21. Yes.
So who won? Karen!
I think it was tied.
Listen, look.
No, it was
They're
tied.
gonna have to listen. Yeah,
No,
I think it was tied. We got the exact same
because
thing.
he had 500.
Look.
He had he
We'll
had 500.
We'll review the tape.
10.
under
He
the-
had 500. 10,000.
We have the same judges who focused. It's the same investigators who did the Price is Right
You had.
thing.
You did. We tied.
I think we tied.
Well,
We
listen,
definitely
guys.
tied.
Well, here's the
People
thing,
in
guys,
the
is that like you guys share everything, right? So here I present you your new car.
Okay.
But also due to your
and
tie
poo and the poo.
and the poo, yeah, you do get to keep this poo, and
Ew, it's stuck to your
ew,
tablet.
it is some sticky duty, and you also get this pin. Can you read this pin?
Oh, it's a Price is Right pin.
It's a price. Well, what does it
Give me my
say?
camera. Give me my camera.
Here we go.
The price is the price.
You ever see Adam Sandler? You ever see Happy Gilmore? It looks like the Price is Right logo, but it
Price
says
is wrong, bitch.
the price is wrong, bitch. Adam Sandler.
We'll put that in the. I'll take a picture of
The
that.
Price is
Heck
wrong,
yeah.
bitch.
Here, let me see the beautiful Karen. Look at me, and I will.
Gosh, that went perfectly, guys.
That's what he calls perfect. That's what
The
I call
perfect game along with the perfect bid all happening here on Nostalgia Cafe.
Let's talk about the perfect bid. That you really kudos on you
Yes,
for
Sam.
pulling that off. We finished watching that show and I went, Sam pulled the coup, man.
Good job, Sam.
That was awesome.
It's only because I've learned the ways of the Dan Morrow.
The damn
Yeah.
you don't ask, the answer's always no.
Yeah, you said you just asked. So, like, literally 5 minutes after I watched
Must
the
have blew
movie,
your dad away.
he was just like, "Are you serious? He really is going to do it?"
Smushy and sticky.
So that was that. Smushy and sticky.
Smushy and sticky. Watch me go splat.
Only the finest.
I swear, that's what it says. I swear. It says splat ball.
Man,
Smushy
are
and
not
sticky.
game shows the best though?
Fling me.
We have an exciting life. We really do. It's never dull
It's
here.
never dull.
It's never dull here. But one of our little vices is we
We're all right.
DVR Jeopardy.
We are.
And
we
I
do. We
love
do. We
Jeopardy.
DVR. We're Jeopardy nerds. Sorry.
Are you guys? Do you know how Jeopardy started?
Well, I believe obviously it was Merv Griffin who started the thing, and I think it was his wife who came up with the idea.
Yes.
Who, why don't you do a show where you say the answers first?
Well, do you know why
and let
she
them
said it
come up
like
with
that?
A question.
Because of the quiz show scandals.
All right, yeah, because it was around that time.
Yeah, well, before Jeopardy.
We definitely played musical chairs.
Because something else. 'Cause I learned this because I just listened to Alex Trebek's book, and the question is, or something. I'll pull it up, and that's something I recommend you guys listen to as well. But yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But it's just that quiz shows, I mean, they even made laws after the quiz show scandals because people were cheating. They were winning all this money because they were being given the answers. So quiz shows were basically banned. And so you couldn't do these question answer games anymore. And Griffin's wife on an airplane was just like, well, what if we just give the answer and you have to give them the question?
Right.
And that began, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
It's crazy. Yeah. What are your favorite game shows?
Love Jeopardy.
I love Jeopardy. I used to love, was it $20,000
Pyramid? $20,000 Pyramid with Dick Clark.
Yeah, I used to like that one.
But there was something magical just about The Price is
Password.
Right. It wasn't my favorite show.
The password is.
But it was a something that everybody watched. You just mention it, and it takes them back to a memory of their childhood, where they were when they were watching The Price is Right. What was the one with no whammies?
Oh, you're talking about Press Your Luck. And
Press Your Luck.
And there's
Joker's
a man.
Wild.
Have you ever heard of Paul Michael Larson?
Oh.
Now, Paul Michael
I know
Larson.
Glenn Larson, the TV show.
Different Larson, probably no relation. Guys, he, like Ted Lawson was to
Ted Slauson, yeah.
Yeah, he was. Paul Michael Larson cheated the system. He realized that on Press Your Luck, there was the same pattern over and over again. Yes. No whammies, no whammies. But then all of a sudden, someone would usually like, I'll press my luck 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 times. This man pressed his luck, I think, 31 times because he knew the system. And he won more money than anyone had ever won in a game show up until that point of $110,237, which by today's standards is probably more like $200,000.
Right.
Yeah, he did it just by memorizing the system.
There's always a way. There's always a way.
I don't think there is for most game shows, but for certain ones that you can find out the tricks. Like there aren't too many tricks in Price is Right other than memorizing the, you know?
Right. That and, well, you know, Family Feud was always
I
like
love Family
funny.
The
Feud.
best.
Like just funny.
It was the best.
Yeah. But the families make it with their
Are you sure
silly
they don't
answers.
make it? Or is it the dude who's making out with all the contestants who make it?
That was Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson. Do you know that after all that kissing, his bosses told him to stop doing it?
Well, I bet.
But the fans, when they asked the fans, they said, do you want it to keep going? They sent in the
said
mail.
yes?
95% of the people want Richard Dawson making out with everyone.
I would not have said yes.
But
anyway.
I think it was John Aston. Was he the one that played Gomez from?
Yes.
Yes. John Aston, who played the game show host in was it European Vacation?
I don't remember.
Pig in a Poke.
Oh yeah, Pig in a Poke. Yeah.
and he kisses Beverly D'Angelo.
Yeah.
And then he kisses Dana Hill. And I think throughout the question, it's Griswold's daughter, and he's just making out with her.
Yeah.
Just leaning her over the table or
Yeah.
something.
But no, Richard Dawson was like, he was a little creepy.
He was an actor.
He ended up marrying one of those contestants he made out with, too.
He was on Hogan's Heroes.
It was, but there's a little scandal with The Price is Right too. So.
All right.
Bob Barker.
Oh, I heard he was a little bit of a ladies' man.
Barker's Beauties.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Do you know the lengths I would go to?
That's probably why
to
he
be
grabbed
one of Barker's
that's-
beauties.
That's probably why he grabbed Ted by the arm, like.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my
You
girl.
stay away from her.
Sorry.
Don't make me spade you.
Yeah.
Neuter?
I know.
I don't
Yeah.
know which one it is.
Spade or neuter.
But do you know the lengths I would go to watch Price is Right? I mean, it was at 11 o'clock
You
every
would
weekday.
stay home from school.
I would do my best. I would fake sick. I remember one time.
Wait. Did you put your thermometer on the light bulb?
That's such a good one. Where were you when I was 7? Oh my God. No, but there was one time I was sitting in class and I was like, God, I feel like they're going to play Plinko today. I've got to get home. And so I told the teacher, I was like, hey, I'm really sick. Can you send me to the nurse? Yeah, whatever, Sam, just go. I go to the nurse and I'm like, I just threw up. And she says, where is it? I was like, well, I flushed it. She's like, you know what, Sam, you're going to just have to go back to the classroom. I hope you feel better. But then she turns around and starts typing in her little computer or whatever. And I noticed she has some crackers off to the side.
Uh-oh.
I grab a pack of crackers and I
Ew,
say,
did you wet them?
no, let me finish. I'll wet them. So
Because I thought that kind of would look like yuck.
Listen to the thing.
Well,
Okay, go ahead.
so what I did was I was like, oh, you know what? I feel sick again. I got to go. I went to the bathroom, chewed up those crackers, spit them out. And that was
He
my
wet
ticket
them.
home to see Plinko.
So basically, you wet them because you put them in your mouth.
Yes.
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 I would just take the thermometer
What would you do?
and just rub it over my leg, and the
No.
friction would raise the temperature,
You need a light bulb.
and it would raise the mercury, and that was it. Boom.
Science.
You need a light bulb.
Wow.
You just needed heat,
Oh.
and the friction, you can get it to the point where
Really? You can make it
it'll,
go over 90?
it'll max out.
There's men talking friction.
Wow.
Okay.
There's
I'm
all
sorry.
there's
That's
so,
her-
I'm sorry.
There are so many different ways to watch
is
The
her
Price
mic
is
right
Right.
there,
Dan
so.
has his ways. I have my ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I didn't do it to watch TV though.
No,
did
but I
just
really
stay
like.
home.
No, I didn't stay home to watch The Price is Right. But if I was sick,
Are you guys Wheel of Fortune fans?
I like Wheel of Fortune. I told you I tried to get on Wheel of Fortune.
Why couldn't you get on?
It is a process. So you go to this place. They have casting calls, and you go to this place, and they hand out literal tickets. It's like a lottery.
Ah.
And then they call the numbers. And if you make those numbers, then you go to the next round. And then they give you another ticket. If you make those numbers, then you actually make it to the interview process. It's an all-day thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had the biggest crush on Vanna White when I was a kid.
She doesn't even turn them anymore. She
presses
just
them.
presses them.
But
That-
don't play her
she makes
job
a lot of
down
money.
because she has a world record. She claps on TV more than anyone else in history. 720 claps
Wait.
per episode. Look, can you imagine how? And that's why they only tape all the shows in one day. She needs all week to heal up from that.
And then
You're
when
really
you
good at
lose,
that.
she used to go like this.
Wait.
Oh, so sad. She wears a different dress. She's had over 6,000 dresses.
Okay, but she doesn't pay for them.
No, of course not. She
It's
just
wardrobe.
models them, then she sends them back to the
Wardrobe.
designer. And I need to give some honorable mentions. And you
Okay.
guys don't give a crap about these ones, but I don't
No,
care.
it's okay.
No.
I grew up on Double Dare.
Oh, I like Double
Yeah.
Dare.
You like Double Dare?
Yeah.
Mark
That
Summers?
Was, yeah, Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Which was funny because
Which-
Mark
but I
Summers
think
had
they did
OCD
He did.
tremendously.
Yeah.
Like really bad. And he couldn't handle the mess.
I'm going to tell you because I'm a friend. You have something in your beard. Right there. Okay.
Oh, you're my new
got
best
it.
friend.
Okay.
You know, it's funny you say that because rewatching it this week as an adult was very different than watching it as a kid. And I noticed some little weirdness with Mark Summers.
He had OCD. But they did a reboot, right? Of Double Dare.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reboot of
Mark
it.
Summers, huh? I had some serious OCD. My other honorable mention, and I don't know what you define as a game show, but man, this was my jam. American Gladiators.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Isn't that still on?
I don't think they tried remaking it a couple times, but they don't have that original cast of
Nitro.
Nitro. Nitro was my boy. Yes,
Nitro.
dude.
He had to be like 8 feet of just.
So much steroids. So much steroids in that show. I don't even think they were really that good at athletes. They just looked, and they were just giants.
Well, see, I remember Battle of the Network Stars.
What was that?
It was something that every summer when all the shows were in reruns, they would have a thing called Battle of the Network Stars, and it would be the TV stars, and they would all do these obstacle courses and stuff. You know, the cast,
Get outta here.
The cast from the Dukes of Hazzard will be doing a tug of war with the cast of Dynasty or Dallas or something. It was crazy, and the cast of Happy Days would play this cast in.
Why aren't they playing reruns of
baseball.
that? I've never seen it, never heard of it.
Battle of the Network Stars.
I'll check that one out too.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I used to love watching that.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of like a Hollywood Squares where they bring on the celebrities.
Now that was funny.
I think they got so drunk before they played.
I think they did. I think they did.
Yeah, I rewatched some of those episodes, and those guys were toasty.
Yeah, I think a lot. I do believe a lot of the questions were like a lot of them knew the answers, because whenever they were asked something, the actors always had a little quick comeback. And I think so. So I do feel, and I think Howard Stern was on it once.
He was like the center square, I think,
in the later years, like in the late '80s, and he said that a lot of the things were scripted.
Yeah,
and then they would either say the right answer or make up an answer, and it was up to the person.
That's a shame, man, because it would be great to see those celebrities just let loose and see what happens when they're not prepared for what's coming.
I think a lot of them did, though. I think there were a lot of shows where they did let loose. I think you can go as far back into the 50s. The Whose Line Is It? Or
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
That was a great show.
No, I'm sorry, that wasn't it.
That's
was
not a game
the
show,
Groucho
but that
Marx
was-
show. The Groucho Marx show.
Is that Will the Please Ones Stand Up?
No, that was To Tell the Truth.
Okay.
Which was also really cool.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Oh my God, it had the duck that would come down. I totally forgot.
Leave it in the comments, people.
Leave it in the comments.
All the
I'll
things
know it
we
as soon as
forget.
we're done.
Supposed to be looking this up.
I'll know it as soon as we're done. But we've been running for 121
Well,
right
I mean,
now.
you guys won a new car. You won poo. You won the pin. What are you going to do with your new life?
I don't know.
I'm going to play with poo all night.
Ew.
We got to talk to Ted Slauson. How cool was that, man?
No, that was awesome.
You bet your life.
You bet your life.
Yeah. What's up next, dude? What's our next episode?
Well, we got next week is going to be. I have no idea.
It's maybe the females.
We could do that.
June, and after that, we got
And then
June
June.
Ambrose.
Yeah.
Tune in for that. June Ambrose.
Like us on Facebook. Subscribe. The Pillars of Hamilton with Sam Seitel.
Do I still do that show? I think so.
Embellished
Do you?
by Karen Lynn. Find her on Instagram. Find us everywhere: Spotify, Facebook, all listening platforms.
It's really gross.
Okay.
It's sticky.
All listening platforms.
Ew.
It's sticky poo.
You love that poo, Karen.
It's gross.
We have more toys. That's it.
I was going to say that's what she said. but-
DanMorrow.com.
Dan Morrow, thank you for putting up with us.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it was a pleasure. Great show.
Sam did a great job.
Great job with this one. And
This is the
Give him
first
props.
time he's ever
thanks to your old
complimented
man
me.
too. Thank your dad too.
Yeah,
Yes.
and my mom. She helped put together the Jeopardy
Thanks,
board.
Mom.
I love you guys.
Thanks for the Jeopardy board.
And share. Hey, Mom and Dad, can you share this? I want people to listen.
Yes.
We're running out of music. We better.